Welcome to the Crusaders podcast. We are a Lowestoft-based football team and currently play in Division 2 of the Lowestoft District League. Every month I have someone join me to discuss what has happened over the course of the month, including fixtures, results and any other topics related to Pakeford Crusaders FC. As always, a massive thank you to the sponsors of Bell Coaches, Royal Falcon and the league sponsor, which is Lauren Lowe. Let's get on with the episode.
It's the first Crusaders podcast. I'm here with Luca and Josh today. Hello, Luca and Josh.
Hello, Carl. How are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm not bad. Thank you very much.
Good. Start off. We're going to let them tell us their background for the club. So, starting off with you, Luca. What would you say your role is within the club?
I'm a player, and I play as a winger or a striker, but I'm more happy on the wing because I never stop running.
That's good, nice. What about you, Josh?
I'm a player and club chairman. My role is to sort of rally the boys on and try and get us trying to play the best football we can, providing the facilities. And on a game day basis, obviously I do most of the polls and see if the lads can play or whatnot. Generally, I just think my role is to try and get the boys playing, really.
Yeah, that's good. I was going to say, so sort of the background.
My old man is the one that does most of the work, isn't he?
Yeah, all the behind the scenes. So, and obviously you all know mine, media man. But so we start off with the first game of March, which was our 5-1 loss to Bohemians Development. I've picked up one key point there, which was a Tom Stafford goal. It came from when the keeper had absolutely fluffed his lines and gave us that opportunity with an indirect free kick. How would you two say? What would you say the summary was on that game? Starting with you, Luca.
Well, I thought for the first 15 minutes of the game, I thought we were the better team because we kept passing the ball around.
Definitely.
And then once they scored, we dropped our heads and we should never give up because we're all a team.
Yep, that is. I was going to say that's a key point. Definitely not to give up. What would you say? What was your summary on that, Josh?
See, mine is probably the same. I thought for the first 10-15 minutes we passed the ball around really nice. Then their first goal came from a mistake from us. And then from there it kind of went a bit downhill. But it's not saying that we can't do that. It was a little bit upsetting from a player point of view because in pre-season we showed that we have a lot of heart, that even when we let in goals we fight back, and just a shame on this day there wasn't really that fighting edge in us, to be honest. Wet cold night in Stoke, as they say, innit? Yeah. Bows instead.
I remember watching back the highlights, doing the match highlights of that. I remember watching back that and seeing the one key highlight I couldn't believe was when you received the ball on the wing and you back-heeled it into Archie, and Archie went and took a shot and just... I thought it was going in and nearly scored the first goal. It's a shame.
I thought you was going to mention when I tried kicking it down the line and I kicked a mole wheel.
I remember that, yeah. I think that might have been that was on camera as well. You were at the camera and then you just disappeared down a bit behind the camera.
Oh, there's a lot of holes on that pitch. It is very tough to play football on.
Yeah,
it's really tough.
So moving into the second game, this was against Alton Reserves. And that was a 5-0 loss this time, so we weren't able to score on that. It was a derby. It is a derby, but it's annoying that we lost in the derby. But I say one player who couldn't play was Warnsey, and he was definitely a massive miss, especially through his sort of injury he's had recently. That's what I was. Obviously, I weren't there for that game, so I can't really sort of give an analysis on that. So I'll leave this down to you two mainly. Starting off with Josh this time.
I think you probably hit the nail on the head. When Wormsy's been in the back line, along with anyone that you stick with him, they're a good partnership. So we did, and he commands a lot and gets the back line up, which is what we've struggled with in recent weeks to do. But I do say that it was a game where a lot of lads that didn't really normally get a chance, got a chance, and I thought they shined.
Yes, definitely. I was going to say, because there's definitely a few switch arounds in that. What would you say for that game, Luca?
I wasn't there for that game, but I'd say Warnsey's a key player to us.
Yes.
like if we have enough defenders available, he can either go up top or go at the back.
Yeah.
And he's solid at any position he can play at.
Definitely, I definitely agree with that. He's an all-round great player for us, and he's any time he's not there, he's a massive miss. Any time.
I like that. Even though he doesn't play, he still comes along and watches and cheers us on. We need that sort of spirit.
Yeah,
in the
that's
team.
exactly what we want. Because some people, like I say, will want those players, even if they're not playing, just to turn up, just to really just coming down and support, even if it is for 5-10 minutes, just to give that support if they can. And Warnsey definitely is. But hopefully he will be back soon.
Hopefully. We can only hope and pray, mate.
Yes, hopefully quickly as well, because he's definitely been a massive.
We've got a few important games coming up, so
Yes.
it's going to be a very exciting end to our season, I think.
Yes, definitely. The third and final game of the season now. This was at the weekend to Belton Reserves, 7-0 loss. I don't think I weren't expecting really. I weren't really expecting a win from that due to sort of the player availability we had as well as how their run in the league is incredible. They are doing extremely well. Haven't drawn or lost a single game. They've won every single game in the league. Just it goes to show. Going into that game, I'm like, right, let's try and keep the goal tally down, because they are a tough opposition to play against in there. Like I say, still unbeaten to this day. What would you say with that, Luca? What was your summary?
All I would have said was before the game, is just go out there and give 110%, which I personally think we did. We never gave up that game, even though we were like 3-0 down at half time.
Yeah.
And I thought we were the better team throughout the game. I thought because we did our best.
I was going to say definitely. We had some great spells in that game as well. Chances to score, but like I say, it's just a sort of end product, I think, that weren't coming off for us that day. What would you say to that?
I completely agree with you on that. I think they was turning up expecting us to be a bit of a walkover, and we were far from that. If I remember rightly, at half time they said, "Right, lads, we're completely in a game here," and they knew they was in a game. If it weren't free, it was only 2-0 down at half time.
Yeah.
And if I have to say it, I think we created more chances than they did in the first half. And I think the second half in the second half we always struggle to come out.
Yes.
The first 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah,
but after that, they scored a good few goals in that first 10 minutes.
I definitely agree on that.
And then we played them off the park again, I'd say. The scoreline doesn't match
it doesn't
the
match
game
how
at
we
all.
played.
If we could finish something, or we could hit a barn door, it'd have been level, I'd say.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's definitely the end product on that game, and especially sort of, again, going back to that sort of availability, there's a few players away and missing for injury. So it's definitely, like you were saying, for the second game we had.
Well, I'm pretty sure me and you had a conversation before the game saying if you looked on paper, this wasn't really our strongest squad with the names that we've got.
No.
But the heart of determination and the energy
between them
completely took me back to pre-season.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And that is how, if we play like that on a weekly basis, we'll come out of a lot more games with victories.
Definitely, and a few youngsters as well in there, especially.
What's his name? Teddy, is it?
Oh yes, I think yes.
On the wing, he's a very good player. I
say they're all very good, especially the new ones that are coming. And I say Archie's been also has been a quality player this season.
Archie, I've seen Archie a lot because I play a lot of sixes with Archie outside of football. I play with him a lot. He's come a very long way from when I see him. He joined this club 2 years ago, and he has come a very, very, very long way. He's definitely one to watch out for the future, and I'd definitely say if he carries on the way he is, he could be one of the best in the league, if not in the future, if he stays in this division.
Would you agree with that, Luca?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because when I was in the development, 2 years ago with you, Archie played a few games, and I didn't think he had the confidence, but like what Josh said, he's got so much pace and good tackling.
I was going to say he's definitely,
and the kid's come a long way, so I'm really proud of what he's become.
Definitely, he is probably like you say, he's one of the key players. His speed still shocks me.
I thought I was fast, but I'm getting older now.
I was going to say he must be getting on one of the fastest in the team.
I reckon he probably is the fastest in the team.
I was going to say, and just watching him in that Belton game, just bombing up and down the wing.
Him and Butch are probably close on that one, I'd say.
I was going to say him and Butch.
Yeah.
And they've got a good relationship on that pitch as well.
They have.
They just link up so well to each other.
Yeah, early shout here, but I would probably say he's one of my contenders for what do they say? Most improved. Like I know people take most improved as a bit of a jibe and say, but to me, he is definitely the most improved in this team.
Definitely, I agree with that. And saying about Butch as well, he's been playing centre back for a lot of the time.
When he came in, he wasn't a centre back, was he?
No, he wasn't.
Right back. So.
He was a right back. So to go to centre back and then sort of, if I remember rightly, he was wearing the captain's armband some of the time through this month, and his leadership out on that pitch and how he's speaking, he just makes that back line feel absolutely. He just makes it feel safe for everyone pretty much, and his voice in there just lets everyone know.
And this is kind of what I've been trying to get across in the last couple of months, in the fact that we haven't really been picking what I would say would be, we were quite an older based 11 when you look at our starting 11, but yet we've got so much youth and talent amongst us. I feel like maybe it's just, especially after the weekend just been, it's time to really let them shine and express themselves.
Yeah, because there's definitely a few standout players in there as well. Is there any other players you would want to talk about for
I'd say that new lad that's just signed, his name's, I thought it was T, but it's T, his name's T. That winger, I tell you now, he's the definition of someone that's hungry.
Yes.
He loses the ball, he don't just...
He doesn't give up.
He fights for that ball back.
Yes.
And if I could have 11 of him, I'd take 11 of him, because you need that fight and determination. Whether you could be the best team in the world, but you're still going to have games where you've got to dig in deep and earn that win. You don't see, like, even the best tems, they come out with a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's times where you have to dig deep.
It's a grit and determination from him that that's another standout point of some of the players we've got. The grit and determination that some of our players will have is key for our team, I would say. Do you want to mention any other sort of players throughout mainly this month at all, Luca?
I'd probably say Dan Woodhouse. I think he's got a good work rate in him, and he's got so many experience in this division, and he knows how to score goals as well.
I was going to say he's been also another massive loss this month as well. Has he played this month?
He's been on a few holidays, hasn't he?
He's been away.
Mind you, he did play against Bowes.
That was it. He played against Bowes, didn't he? Like I say, after that, he's definitely when him and Warnsey aren't there, it's definitely they're both a massive loss. But at the end of the day, we've got the players that go away at the end of the day. They're all a massive loss at the end of the day, because the more key players that are gone, then that comes up to maybe some other youngsters that we've got that are coming up, and some other players that don't sometimes get as much game time, but it then gives them a chance to, like you say, to shine through and show what they can do and try to earn themselves a place in that start 11. Because at the moment, we've got quite a big squad and it's key.
I feel like at the moment as well, we're the base of a good team is consistency as well.
Definitely.
We need to. If we had a consistency within the team, I would find would be a lot higher than what we are.
Yeah.
So as bad as what that sounds, we do need to kind of take probably a little look at that.
Yes, definitely, I'd say.
But if we can work with the players that were there on Saturday against Belton, because a lot of them every week they're here at training.
Definitely, I was going to say.
And it showed that the fact that because we worked with them at training and they went into the game. It showed the level of confidence that they had going into the game and fitness that they had, rather than someone that doesn't turn up to training. And so I just feel like we need to maybe just take a little look at that and think that we have got some really, really talented, committed youngsters. I know they're youngsters, but youngsters can just be as good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you said, they can be just as good as some of the more key, experienced players at the end of the day. Like I say, going back to that with Archie, his knowledge has grown since he's joined the club. It's grown massively, and thinking he's only had two seasons at the club is incredible to show how well he's done.
I think he came here when he was 16 years old.
Yes, he has definitely grown as a player massively. So with 5 games to go left of the season, we've got, let's say, some winnable games coming up. There definitely is some winnable games. I'm going to ask you now, where do you think we'll finish in the league table, would you say?
I think there might be 6, depending on if the Alton, not the Alton, the AFC United game gets
that's
replayed,
dependent on at the moment.
if it gets replayed. But our aim this year was to not finish at the bottom.
No.
We wanted to have a good year where we had fun and done well. Yeah. I don't think, personally, with losses and ethics in some points in some games, we should be a lot higher than what we are. We proved that in pre-season.
Yes, definitely.
When we won nearly every game in pre-season, it was our best pre-season going. Going from that to the season, it's been a bit of not a bubble burster, I'd say. It's just, I believe that we should be a lot higher than what we are with the talent that we've got.
Especially, like you say, going from pre-season and straight to league, it's sort of like, let's say, pre-season was astonishing. It's brilliant how we were playing out the park.
We were scoring a lot of goals as well, Carl.
Scoring a lot of goals, and we were. It was a complete. I mean, I was like, wow, this is a different Crusaders now. We're really rolling, and then, like I say, coming into the season, but the main goal, like you say, is just to not finish bottom of the league, which I think should be.
I think personally we'll finish just. We've got Colton twice, and we're level on points with them in a minute.
Yes, that's definitely going to be a tough game.
It's between us, but we're either going to finish in the bottom 2 or we're going to finish just outside.
Yes. What would you say, Luke? Would you agree on that?
Yeah, definitely, because we've got Beccles Caxton as well coming up, and yet we drew with them at home.
Yes.
We were 2-0 down.
And 10 men.
Yeah, with 10 men. Yeah.
That
and
desire.
Then I won the penalty, and then Warnsey put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, I was going to say
that's.
Yeah, 2-0 down to then draw 2-2. That comes down to fight and determination again.
And yet we were really, really pleased with a draw against Beccles Caxton, because I think at the time, they were about 2nd place. I think.
Yeah, they were
unbeaten as well.
Yeah. So there's definitely some winnable games in there and tough games to come as well, which hopefully we'll be able to go through and get through.
We've just played the hardest one out of the lot though. That's unbeaten. And to be honest, like you say, they'll probably say a completely different story, won't they? But
yeah, they will do. But
we all saw that game, and we know we create a lot of chances. So if we can create chances against that sort of opposition, we can create it against anyone else.
Yeah, we can create it against his Colton.
We need to be a bit more deadlier.
Yes,
finish them chances.
Definitely, I say that. Especially, let's say, more winnable games coming up. But that is. Definitely some winnable games coming up, and hopefully we can end the season on a high.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, thank you for that. That is it for today's podcast. Next time, I'll be joined by 2 new faces to discuss new things related to Painful Crusaders. Thank you for watching.